and welcome back to this series of questions that are being addressed to the aspiring entrepreneurs who would like to set up their own clothing boutique business. So, the next question that comes to me very often is, what is the turnaround time that one needs to give to their customer for all their orders? Now, this has to be evaluated by you and your master. Why do I say that? Because every order that you receive will be of a different garment, different pattern, different design, and it will not be just one piece that they will come with. They'll collectively come with a minimum of 5 to 8 pieces or maybe 10 pieces also. Having said that, there's also existing orders that you have already taken up and you would need to deliver them. So you would already have a calendar in place as to when is the delivery time. So to evaluate the turnaround time, it is very important that you get an idea as to what is the time taken to complete a blouse, a sari blouse, for instance, or completing the sari falls and a picot or the edges of the sari. And if they ask for tassels, how much more time will that take? Apart from that, there are lehengas, there are formal pants, your blazers, your formal shirts, you have your salwar suits. So there's a variety of dresses that we can stitch for them, but each of them take a different turnaround time. Now, how do you evaluate it? The first thing that you have to do is understand how much time does each of these garments take. Now, you as a business owner will have to be right there, actually making sure that you are timing, especially when you do these samples, when you start off your boutique, you record the timing for each of these garments. Let's take, for instance, a sari blouse. If you get an order for a single sari blouse along with the sari, then in my view, the turnaround time can be within 2 hours, and in some cases it can go up to 3 hours. Now, this is for a princess cut blouse that I'm mentioning. You can do that. I'm taking a little extra time here. There are people who can do it in 30 minutes, they can do it in 1 hour, but keep an average of about 2 to 3 hours. Now, having said that, you are making sure you're finishing the stitching. It will be a lining blouse. And in addition, you have the sari and the falls and the edges to be done. In addition, you have to finish the finishing work of the blouse. When I talk about finishing work, it's all about the hemming that has to go around the blouse and the hooks and the press buttons and stuff like that. So let's assume that it takes 3 hours. That is the average time. So if you are going to tell your customers, I can do it in 24 hours, trust me, that is a superb service that you can offer to your customer. Why? Because in today's world, it's so fast-paced. Everybody wants things to happen like yesterday. Everybody wants it right then and there. Nobody has the patience to really wait. So this is something that you have to evaluate. You have to find out how much time does it take. For instance, let's take now a lehenga set. We have to stitch the lehenga, we have to stitch the lehenga blouse and the lehenga's dupatta. Given all these 3 pieces that make a set of a lehenga, remember a lehenga can be of different patterns. It can be a kali lehenga, it can be an umbrella cut, it could be a pleated skirt. So it could be any type of a lehenga. Now these lehengas, see, if it is a kali lehenga and it needs a lining and then it needs the can and the can needs another lining. So they're almost like about 4 layers in the lehenga. Now the lehenga alone will take at least about 1.5 days for you to complete. Because remember, we are running a boutique business. We are not some ordinary kind of a stitching unit, or we are not into kind of mass stitching where it's all programmed and it's just put there and it's done. This is completely manually made, and hence it is going to take that much of time. And the finish has to meet the standards of quality and for your brand. So having said that, it is very important that you evaluate that. So if your sari blouse, your lehenga is going to take about 1.5 days, there could be another tailor who could be actually doing this lehenga blouse. Now that blouse and the dupatta can be managed by the other tailor, and he might probably finish it in about half a day, the entire thing. Typically, lehenga dupattas, we put a lot of borders, we give it a ruffle look. It depends on the kind of pattern that your customer chooses. So every order will come with multiple requirements. One could give you a salwar suit, one could give you a blouse, one could give you a lehenga set. So it is for you to evaluate and find out which of these are most important for your customer for an occasion that is coming. These are some of the questions that you will have to ask your customer. Is this an urgent order? Is this an order where you need one of these pieces on an urgent basis? Or do you need all of them collectively? If it is not urgent, I might need about 10 days, depending on the orders in hand. I might need about 1 week or 10 days to deliver this order. Every order you have to evaluate. Remember, don't be in a hurry to tell your customer, I will deliver it. Always tell your customer that give me some time, I'll have to evaluate it and give it back to you. During festive season and wedding seasons, you will find that most of them, as much as your customers would like to plan the delivery and make sure that they are able to place the order much in advance, it honestly does not happen. Very few customers plan it pretty well and they come well in advance. But because it's a festive season, it becomes really hard to manage the bulk orders that come in. So how do you manage this? You will have to ask your customer when they come in, you will have to ask your customer which are the most important ones they need for the occasion. And make sure you keep all your customers happy. Do not miss any single delivery, especially on these special occasions. The next thing is absolutely no to alterations during this time. Do not take up any alteration that would mean you're stopping some regular work and then going back to doing this alteration. So please do not take that up. So be very careful when you commit the time for your customer, because it is so very important that you deliver on time with a quality finish and keep your customer happy. I do hope this helps. And if there are any queries, any comments that you would like to let me know, I'm always available to address these queries. Do pass on a comment in the bottom of this video and do subscribe to this video. Thank you so very much for hearing me out, and I hope this really helps. Until the next time, this is Pushpa Devreya signing off for today. Bye-bye.